Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Toheeb Jimoh and Cristo Fernandez, also known as Sam Obisanya and Dani Rojas. Put your hands together one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining us. Look, we are huge fans, and I don't even know. As far as the first place to start, let's start there. Alexis mentioned it, how this show boosted people's spirits during a pretty tough time. What was that? I imagine when you guys were filming this, you didn't think it was, going to save the world. But
Thank you.
What did it feel like when you first saw that reception for the show?
Well, I think, it's just beyond anything we could have expected because, as you said, save the world. Who would? That's just too much. It's already good to be in a great show with great people, but changing people's lives, that's just beyond anything. And that makes us realize of the importance of the things we do, the responsibility we have with the messages we spread. And I'm just happy to be part of the Lasso vibe and the Lasso message, and helping people means the world to us.
Toheeb?
Yeah. Firstly, Alexis, if I don't answer any of your questions, it's because of that horrible shirt that you're wearing.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Is this the FA Cup winning Arsenal shirt?
Oh God, I've had enough. No. This. Oh God. Cancel it. Let's cancel it. No. No. The show is great. Like none of us expected it to, go on and take on like such a new meaning for the fans. Like especially with the time that it came out. We were, everybody was like isolated. Everybody was by themselves. Like people couldn't be with their friends or family. And so, when Ted Lasso comes out and like the Greyhounds and the Richmond team, we kind of became like our own little community, our own little like Ted Lasso vibe, Ted Lasso way community on social media and stuff. And so, yeah, like nobody could have, seen it coming. But I'm so glad that we now hold like such a dear place in so many people's hearts.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about sort of how that came about. All of a sudden, you guys are thrusted into this massive spotlight. People are begging for a second and third season. You know what I mean? You're like, well, I don't know if you noticed, the world is shut down. Talk a little bit about how quickly it went from, oh my God, the show is doing really well, to like, wait, I got to get tested every 15 minutes to shoot this show. Yeah. What was that like?
Yeah, it was very challenging in the beginning of the shoot because we were still in COVID times. We still are, but the times were heavier. Getting COVID tests every 3 times per week. Yeah. But the COVID team and production and everyone make it work, and we never stopped. I heard from other productions they stopped, but we didn't. And I think, we are very happy and grateful we managed to get through. And I think it was easier and better being all together because we're grateful because many people couldn't get out. We could just go to work, but be with all the nice people on set, cast, crew, make things easier.
Yeah, I want to mention one thing too. You two, I love your connection on the show. You two are easily two of my favorite characters on the show. I don't know what it is. Look, so Alexis and I, we're both Latino, and there's a certain sense of unity that you like. It's almost like the two characters are like, all right, look, we're the foreigners here. We gotta stick together. We don't know how this is gonna pan out. What can you talk a little bit about that connection of Sam and Dani?
Oh man, I think it's exactly as you said. As soon as Sam's just come from Nigeria, Dani's come from Mexico, and so there's a bit of a likeness there, and so they go, all right, cool. I'm gonna look out for you, you're gonna look out for me. But the thing that's great with this show is that we have so many different people from different places. We've got a Welsh player, and we've got Canadians, we've got Americans, and we've got a French guy, and do you know what I mean? We've got people from everywhere, and so the team just kind of becomes a ragtag bunch of people from all over the place, and AFC Richmond is a real melting pot. But I think Sam and Dani have a special connection because they're both so warm, so joyful, so happy, and big smiles, and so I think they especially have that kinship. because
I like
of, you
to
know,
think
just what
I
they
like to think the writers were like, well, both of these people are from countries that use seasoning, so in England they would stick together.
Yes. Where the weather is not, yeah, where the weather is good.
Warm weather, spicy food, seasoning.
Yeah,
they'll get along.
that's why they're so optimistic. They have so much to be happy about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It don't rain every day.
Yeah.
And we can't have a conversation, Cristo, without obviously talking about football is life. I mean, it is how I mean, it's people yell it at you when they see you in the street. There's no way they don't.
Yes, they do. Well, but it doesn't happen like that many times. It was one occasion that even freaked me out because it was just a random dude screaming from my back, "Football is life," 10 times in 3 seconds. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Football is life.
Cristo needs to get a tattoo of "Football is life" somewhere in his body.
100%.
I won't leave him alone until he's done.
Yeah, in fact,
People
I
that
can't wait for
already
you to
have them,
come.
so.
I can't wait for you to come to America so we could yell "Soccer is life" at you.
Oh,
Which, by the way, the
Then I
English
will go
invented
from
Toheeb.
this to soccer.
Yeah. Balompié es vida. We'll say that. Which, by the way, speaking of balompié, a lot of people might not know this. Cristo, you played professionally in Puerto Rico.
I did play there too.
Yeah, I'm wearing
that
a
was my
Dominican
last-
Republic shirt, by the way. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it.
Yes, that's for Puerto Rico. I knew I recognized that one. Yes, yes. No,
So
I did,
Toheeb, in this
that was my
conversation-
last professional team, and I lived in Guayama in the south of the island,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
And then you played in the Premier League with AFC Richmond. How wonderful of a career you had.
How funny things work in life. Life is a joke. I always say that.
So Toheeb, obviously you're from England. Obviously football is wildly important to you. Did you ever play at a young level? Did you want to go pro?
I think every young kid in my school wanted to go pro, but like I had other interests. Football was my first sport, so like I've always played football. So like for me, it was just a hobby that I've always liked. I was always on the football team in school. Like I always went out and played whenever I could, but acting was my main passion.
And clearly you're good at it. So I think you made the right choice.
I'm good at football too. I mean, hey, listen, man, if you want to catch me on the field, you know, you can go 2-on-2, go in, me and Cristo, you guys.
A little five-a-side cage.
Yeah.
We have a Sunday league team of all stand-up comedians. So our team against the Ted Lasso team, I think we could lose by not too much. That's all I'm saying.
Let's make it
Yeah,
happen. I think
but
that would be the
Sudeikis-
funniest match.
Sudeikis would have to play for us because he's technically a comedian. So like,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay.
That
So
makes
yeah, we draft him.
Turn it up.
We have a couple questions from fans, our supporters group. They're called the Gully Squad. So I want to ask a question to you guys. This is from Peter Garcia. He asks, what do you think the modern soccer club or football club, the owner and club community can learn from a show like Ted Lasso? Because obviously it's very heartwarming, but it does show what it's like, that unity and bond of a football club. Toheeb, you can go first if you like.
I think you know, players will always perform at their best if they feel supported and if they feel looked after. And so I feel like Ted's main goal is to really make these players feel safe and to really help them grow into the best young men that they can be. And I feel like because of that, he gets the best football out of them, because like they go into those pitch and like they would literally die for him. And so maybe not literally, but like they would, you know, metaphorically die for him. So yeah, like I feel like that's something that any professional team, like whether that's a teacher at school, like working with kids, everybody's going to give their best if you support them and if they feel safe. So that's one thing I think they can take from the show.
And Cristo, same question to you as a professional footballer, and then seeing what Ted Lasso, that room offered. What do you think that can offer a soccer club?
Yeah, I think before being athletes or before anything, we're all people, we're all persons, and we all have our ups and downs. We have in at work, in our personal life, and I think it's good to always know that you have the support of your team and your friends, your family, and I think Ted Lasso has become that. for me and for all of us in Ted Lasso, and we feel the support on set, out of set, and I think that's what we're gonna see in season 2 as well. We're gonna see those ups and downs and how we're gonna overcome those things. And I think that's one thing I've learned a lot from Ted Lasso, and I'm grateful for that.
Awesome. No spoilers. We have a question from Dave Hageman. He said, you actually mentioned that both of you are pretty good at football. Did you guys have any pickup games with the crew? Did you guys ever play with each other? And who's the best on the crew? Be honest.
Oh, okay, cool. Firstly, we played a lot of pickup games. We actually ended season 2 with a football tournament. And it got pretty intense, like very, very, very intense. Like Cristo took off his boots after the match and his feet were literally bleeding. Like it was very, very intense. We had a team that was me, Cristo, Collar Bikini, who plays Isaac McAdoo, Phil Dunster, who plays Jamie Tart, and Mo Hashim, who plays Bumbercatch, and Billy Hughes, who plays Colin. And we lost in the final to a team that's made up of the rest of the guys who make up the rest of the Richmond team. But like they're like actual footballers, you know what I mean? Like they're a bit unfair or whatever. But it was very intense. It was very intense. And I think Mo Hashim, who plays Harry / Mo Bumbercatch, is hands down the best player, to the point where it's like we don't even involve him in the debate. Is apart from Mo, who else is good at football? Do you know what I mean?
Amazing. Okay, so let's get to our Golazo gift. This is where we give our guests an opportunity to celebrate a goal that we will turn into a gift that will live on the internet forever. So Alexis, we'll give you a scenario, and feel free to celebrate it however you like. So Alexis,
really quickly, can we call this one Goal Lasso?
Oh, okay. I love it.
Wow.
Yes. We're going to get the graphics department to update it.
Sure.
We'll do that.
Consider that done. Goal Lasso. So this is the Goal Lasso gift. All right. So here's the scenario. Both of you are walking into your meeting to sign a contract for the whatever 5th and 6th season. And for some reason, they set up a goal in there. And they said, if you guys can score against whatever goalkeeper, then you get back end money plus syndication money in the U.S. added to your contracts. All of a sudden, Toheeb, you send across right to Cristo's forehead, knocks it in, goal. You guys get all that money. How do you celebrate? Adding a we're rich at the end is perfect.
Guys, Cristo Fernandez, Toheeb Jimoh, thank you so much for joining us. Absolutely honored. Cannot wait to watch season 2 of Ted Lasso this Friday, Apple TV Plus. Everybody go check it out.